Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to a new edition of the Sports Shop 27. I'm your host, Jermaine Coulter. And to my far right, we got a big championship wrestler in the house tonight. He's independent. He's rocking about 3 or 4 belts. You got one tag team championship. He's wrestling in about 5 or 6 alliances. You name them. One CEW, N.E.W, N.U.W, Dynasty, the American Luchacore Alliance. Uh, Also, one Revolution Wrestling. Y'all give it up for the champion, Johan. Nara, what's going
Wait,
on, Johan?
all good, sir. Thank you for having me here.
Appreciate you coming on the show. For everybody that don't know you, let them know where you from and a little bit about your background.
Oh yeah, so my name is I'm Johan Nara, 9-year wrestling veteran, and a Puerto Rican native. I'm located in Albany, New York right now. It's been 4 years. Debuted in the United States in August 2022. I have performed for 20 plus companies and carrying 4 belts in 3 different states right now. Um, it's been a hell of a ride. Yeah, I'm going international this year too. So,
That's what's up. So, what states are you wrestling in right now, Johan?
so uh, most of the time I wrestle in Massachusetts,
Yep.
but I do New York, New Jersey, um, Puerto Rico, Ohio, Michigan, uh, Delaware, Pennsylvania. It's around 13 states. Yeah.
So Colorado as well, correct?
Oh yeah, Colorado was the first one. That's where Johanna debuted.
Yeah, there we go. All right. So, what age did you start at wrestling, or what was your first sport?
So my first sports was basketball when I was 4,
Okay.
but
Okay.
wrestling, for some reason I always liked it. When I was 17, I got this guy see me in a bookshop, and he's like, "Hey, do you wrestle?" I'm like, "No." "Oh, you have the perfect height to do wrestling." I'm like, "Okay, so what do I have to do?" He's like, "Oh, show up tomorrow. I'll show you the first ropes." And I went to that practice. I was 17, but I don't know what happened with them. After that, they just vanished.
Wow.
So that was my first try, and then when I was 25, I tried again with another backyard school. Uh, Life happened, and I couldn't keep up. So when I was 27, I was settled down. I was more at peace with life. So I trained 4 months in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, and after my 4th month, I was 27 by then. Yeah, I did those 4 months practice. They were like, "Hey, you're ready. Like you were a fast learner. You can do this." So yeah, after 4 months, I debuted as another gimmick under a mask. You
Okay.
know, I was shy. I wasn't trying to put my face out there, make mistakes. I was a rookie, so I did it with the mask.
No problem. So, who were some of the wrestlers that inspired you to wrestle?
Okay, so my favorite wrestler, he was the Canadian Vampiro Canadiense from Mexico and Canada. He visited Puerto Rico a lot, and then we had the IWA show, and I fell in love with his vampire persona. Then he was the Attitude Era, where you had The Rock, you got the X, you got Stone Cold. Um, that was my favorite era. But Vampiro, Eddie Guerrero, Chris Jericho, or X Pac, are mostly the guys I follow. I also like the Savio Vega from Puerto Rico and the Great Muta from Japan.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the guys I most embody. Yeah.
All right. Well, talk about Puerto Rico a little bit. How did you grow up? You had any siblings? Are you the oldest, youngest? Any brothers or
Um,
sisters?
so I have a sister. She's 6 years older than me. Basically was by myself at the time. So apparently I was a very talented kid, and I was playing basketball the whole time. So I represented my island, in the nationals basketball teams, and I grew up doing sports. Literally, I came from a poor family. Um, we hop from house to house. Sometimes we live in the streets. So basically, sports saved my life. I was able to study with scholarships and make it to private schools, and from there, I owe my life to sports, literally.
I understand what you're saying. Sports was one of those keys you used to unlock some doors that you thought was closed in life. And that's the beauty of it. You get to meet so many different cultures, so many different nationalities, and things of that nature. It just makes you grow up faster. Um, talk about the impact that your coaches had on you at that age.
Oh yeah. So I'm autistic. People don't know that.
Okay.
And I have ADHD too. So I grew up with a single mom and didn't have like a parent, a guy, figure in the house. So mainly my coaches were those guys that I respected, and uh, the way I see things, because I'm, different when it comes to my brain. Uh, they put situations in sports where you can put in life. So that's how I was able to manipulate situations where they present the example at training, and then I'm in real life. I'm like, oh, I can do this and I can do that. So um, I respected them. I actually kind of like I idolized them. I respected them. I was afraid of them too. So like they they represent such a authority figure. Um, I think they did the best they could to actually help me in my regular life.
Your development, understand.
Yeah,
So, did you play any soccer?
I did. I did.
Okay.
That was a later sport. I first did basketball, then some coaches that met me were like, "Oh, you can play volleyball," and I'm like, "Okay, let's try that too." So I played volleyball second, and then my cousin, he's like one of the biggest coaches of soccer teams in Puerto Rico. He was like, "Oh, you can play soccer." I'm like, "Oh, let's do that too. I don't care." So I literally play all the sports. I got people behind me sponsoring me and stuff because my mom didn't have any money for that. So I basically play around all sports, martial arts. I did a lot of martial arts too. So yeah,
Okay.
I was blessed. I was blessed as a kid. Yeah.
That's right. Shout out to Alan Williams
Ooh.
for joining the show.
Oh yeah.
So, so yeah, so you go into high school. What sports are you playing in?
Yeah. In high school, I played basketball, volleyball, soccer, and softball. Yeah, softball.
Okay, all right. And back then, did you go to high school in Puerto Rico or was it in the United States?
I went to a private school in Puerto Rico, and then after
Okay,
I graduated, I had an offer to play basketball for a third division and NCAA
okay,
in New Jersey City University. I think their names is the Gothic Knights, something like that is their team. Uh, I didn't made it. I didn't accept the offer. I was scared. I was a scary cat. So I regret that. I wish I had this mentality I have now before, but I didn't want to leave my mom by herself, and I don't know.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, that's normal. That's the only person you had in your life. You said earlier, and just your sister. So that's pretty normal for a guy to want to be next to his mom. And you going off to another country. You don't know what's going on in another country. It's foreign
Right.
land. So I mean, that could be a culture shock for you. So how do you deal with that? What made you get over it and say, hey, I'm just going to chase my dreams? I made a mistake in high school and cut myself out of a scholarship in
Yeah.
college. So what made you to say, let me go ahead and just do what I need to do?
So it follows through with that because after that I decided I'm gonna quit sports, and I started dancing, and I had my own dance crew. So I did
Oh,
that for 3 4 years. It's kind of it's very competitive. Yeah, like
yeah,
people don't know how much a dance crew competes with others, and the mentality is very different. You cannot be a scary cat. Yeah, you have to be like a show off person, and so I I I started like reaching people. I was this type of dude that will not talk to anyone. But then, since I have my own dance crew, I had to reach people. Hey, promoters, da- artists, singers, rappers. Like, hey, I got this dance crew. We can, perform in your show, whatever. So I guess that helped with me being shy and not taking opportunities. Also, a person who helped me a lot through my teenage years, he died from cancer. And
okay,
then I found myself basically with no help at that time, so I joined the Army Reserves.
okay,
So that's another beast because at boot camp, training camp, basic training, they make you grow. If you're a kid, you're gonna grow. They're
yeah.
gonna break you and they're gonna put you together. So after those experiences, I found myself, hey, I can do anything.
That's
You know,
good, man. And that's the route you took after you didn't go to New Jersey for the basketball scholarship, correct?
I'm
The
sorry.
military. You went into the military instead of college, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
10 years in the reserves.
Okay, cool, cool. And you get to travel the world a little bit and meet new friends. How was that for you?
So I wasn't lucky when it comes to the army system, to the military system. I just stay local in Puerto Rico,
Okay.
but so I can say I literally started traveling with wrestling.
What?
So yeah, so after 4 months after I started training, I debuted in Puerto Rico. 10 months after that, I made it to TV with the bigger leagues in Puerto Rico. I did 2 years of TV wrestling. Then that was 2018, 2019. Then on 2020, by the end December 2019, we were having earthquakes in Puerto Rico.
Yep.
We are having like a bunch of earthquakes. So I was married at the time, and the house we were living at, it broke. So with the tremors and stuff.
Yep.
So me and my ex-wife, we decided, hey, we need to start over. We should do it elsewhere. So I started over in New York, in Albany. So the pandemic happened in 2020 February, so I couldn't start doing wrestling like for 2 years. I was craving
Okay.
for it, and then when I finally find a school, that's May 2022. I found a school and I went hardcore. I started reaching people, and nobody wanted to book me. So locally, so I got people in Colorado that booked me. That was my first experience for wrestling outside my place. And then after that, I just keep going and keep going.
Man, that's great, man. So you wrestle in like seven different alliances. Was that um N.U.W, one C.W, also what's that, Dynasty. Talk
Yeah,
about those different alliances and where they're located.
okay. So uh, I got so I do the Dynasty. I'm under World Heavyweight Champion right
Uh-huh.
now. They're located in upstate New York.
Show everyone your belt.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is their belt, the
Yes,
heavyweight.
sir.
This is my first heavyweight belt since I debuted 9 years ago. Um, they're located in New York, in upstate New York. I got the Newburgh
Yep. Show everybody your belts. That's the
International Championship.
N.U.W.
This is New York too, but that's Newburgh. Um,
Uh-huh.
I got the O.W.F. They are in Connecticut and Massachusetts. That's their Ground Zero Championship belt.
Yep.
And then from Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, I got the American Luchacore Open Weight Division Championship belt. I know you mentioned the N.E.W. N.E.W was in Puerto Rico. I was their tag team champion. They closed doors, so they're. I think they're gonna reopen again, but in Houston.
Okay. Are you still doing tag team in any of those other alliances, or are you just heavyweight contender
No,
champion?
so I was doing teams like trios.
Uh-huh.
I was doing tag teams, but I figure I was putting too much effort, and having a tag team is like a marriage. So
Yeah.
if both guys doesn't have the same energy, it's gonna drain you some way somehow. You need to find that person that has the same energy and a good situation like yours, because not everybody is able to fly 2 week, 2 times a month. I fly twice a month. Uh, I wrestle 6, 7, 8 times a month, and since we're not contract people like WWE guys, we have to have our own jobs. So not everybody has the same situation. It's way better just if you can do it by yourself, do it by yourself. You're taking more bumps. You're hurting yourself a lot more, but you know, um, I guess you get rewarded like I'm getting rewarded. So
Yeah. So I see 2023 was the year for you. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of those highlights.
Oh yeah.
For everybody that's watching, make sure you hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Make sure you share, like, comment. We have independent championship wrestler Johan Nara. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get into this highlight. I don't own the right to the clip or the music. Just stay with me, Johan. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, which I'm certain
plancha. ¡Oh! ¡Qué fortaleza! ¡Uy! ¡Uy! Ahí vemos la fuerza de Nara. ¡Uy!
porque quieren ustedes son fanáticos legítimos de la lucha libre.
Yes, sir. We back. So, what is that finishing move called, Johan?
I got the legit DDT.
Legit DDT. That's
Oh
what's
yeah.
up, man. All right. So, name some of your favorite matches in your career so far.
Um. Yeah. The match I got against Mantequilla. He's from House of Glory. That was in
Okay.
Puerto Rico. I love that match. I got one very underdog dude that it's from N.U.W. The Puerto Rican butcher. Uh, I know him as uh, Don Kervin. I love the match I got against Don Kervin and Jimi Hendrix. He's from New York too. I can say those are my three fave matches.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I have plenty of matches, but those three are the one that I can remember and always enjoy.
All right. No problem. No problem. So, is there a special diet a wrestler has to have? What do you pretty much feed yourself when you training? I mean, what are some of the supplements or some of the ingredients you eat or whatever?
So I don't know. I don't know how to say. I don't know if I'm blessed or if I'm cursed because I cannot hold weight. I have a fast metabolism, and it's
Uh-huh.
hard for me to keep muscle. So I eat whatever. I just eat anything. The more I eat, the better because I'm a hard gainer. So it's the heaviest I've been ever is 220, and I couldn't even hold it like 3 months. I instantly jumped from 220 to 205. So for me, it's eat everything.
Oh man, that's what's up. So, what are you looking forward to? I know you just had a match in June 29th. Talk about that a little bit. Where was that located?
Yeah, the June 29. That's where I got my Dynasty heavyweight. It was a ladder match. It was a 5-man ladder match. Umaga's son was supposed to be in the match, Sila Fatu, but he got hurt the day before on one of his presentations. So we end up doing a 5-man ladder match. It was hype. It was great. I was scared. It's my first ladder match. I didn't want it to be to be broken in the first minute. So um, I last to survive, and I climbed the ladder and I won. So yeah, I got one ladder match and one win. That's perfect for me. So
So someone offered you to go in the cage. Will you do a cage match?
oh, I haven't done one yet. Like like I said, I was more like a team specialist.
Okay.
The first 5 years, I
Yeah.
was more like a team guy, a trio guy, a tag team guy. This 20 past month has been like, yeah, let's do this by myself.
I understand. No problem. So right now, what does Johan Nara has going on?
Oh yeah, I have a this Saturday. I'm gonna have a championship match in Puerto Rico for the Latin American Championship belt from the Ground Zero Wrestling.
Uh-huh.
If I win that, that'll be my fifth belt. Then I have Colombia coming up the 31st of this month till the 5th. I'm gonna have three presentations in Colombia, and then I have Costa Rica coming up in November too. So like I said, I was going international this year.
Uh-huh.
I have conversations with promoters in Germany, UK, Canada. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, I'm gonna be out.
That's good. That's good. So I know you got a T-shirt right there. Where can some of the fans get the T-shirt like that?
Oh yeah, so as of now, I'm doing everything myself. So if a fan have me on Facebook, Instagram, I just recently opened a TikTok and a Twitter X. just reach me out. I'll make it happen.
Yeah, no problem. If everybody's watching, the link is right here. It's Facebook information. Go ahead and put that up on the screen. It also has a X account. Uh, Information is there. If you want to get some merchandise from him, just hit his DM. And if you have TikTok, this is his handler here. Just copy and paste that, and put that in your phone and go right to the link and hit his DM. All right. So, what is your message to the kids, Johan?
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of taking risk. Don't be afraid of losing. Uh, the way I see things now, you never lose. You always learn. Uh, so when you're taking an L, you're not losing. Don't be afraid of asking questions. It's terrible to be out there with doubts. Make sure you know everything before you take a decision in life. And go for your dreams. Like you don't know if it's gonna happen or not, but having the experience is more importantly than having this question of what if. I'd rather just go for whatever I feel like I want to do than uh, be wondering. Uh, I'll say that just go 100% for everything you want in life.
All right, man. Well, I got one more clip I'm gonna share with the fans tonight. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe and hit the YouTube button. Follow us on Spotify, Deezer, Instagram, and Facebook. We're also on X as well. I don't own the rights to this clip or the music in it. Stay with me, Johan. We'll be right back, okay?
Oh yeah.
Mm, mm, mm. All right, we back. Any shout outs before we head out, Johan, tonight? Anybody you like to thank along your journey? Personally, family member, friend, teachers, coaches, trainers?
Oh yeah. I first I like you said, like you mentioned earlier, Alan. I want to shout out to Alan. He's been a nice person to me when I was there in Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
Uh, I want to shout out to all the people that has been buying my shirt because most of them are close to me. Not gonna mention any names, but particularly, but everybody that sponsor me any way or another, or anybody that follows me, thank you, and hopefully, if I make it to the bigger stages, I will always remember you.
All right, no problem. Any future endeavors? I know the WWE probably, one of your big dreams. Any other, outside of wrestling that you want to, goals that you have set for yourself?
Oh no, if right now I'm 100%. putting all my effort to wrestling. Um, I was, thinking maybe I should do a podcast too. I've been thinking about it, but I probably don't have the time for it since I'm flying so much, and I don't like doing things halfway. I would like, to do like 100% in everything I do. So maybe in the future.
All right, man. If you need some help with it, let me know. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll reach you out for real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, we'll hook up about those T-shirts too. I got something for you. All right.
Okay, perfect.
No problem. For everybody that's watching, thanks for tuning in. You just watch another edition of the Sports Shop 27. I'm your host, Jermaine Cota. I'd like to thank my special guest, one-time tag team champion, three-time heavyweight champion, Mr. Johan Nara. All right. Go ahead and make sure you guys hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Follow us, like us on Instagram, Spotify, Deezer, and Facebook, and follow Johan Nara on TikTok, X, and Facebook as well, and Instagram. Okay. All right. If you want to get in contact with those t-shirts, or you want to buy a t-shirt, get in contact with them and hit his DM up on those social media platforms. All right. Thanks for coming on the show, Johan. We'd love to have you
Thank you
back
for
on.
having me.
No problem. And for everybody that's watching, how we end the show. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. All right. Until the next time, y'all be safe. Peace.
Yeah.
Johan,
You.
appreciate you coming on the show, man. What you think about it?
I like that. I like this. Interactive. It's fast paced.